Another Redneck review. This is Robert, the Red Prince, and today we're going to be going over Nova number 14, done by Dogan and Baldwin. It's a $3.99 book. It's got an awesome cover of Nova versus a giant robot. What is not to love about that? Alright, well, as you recall from the last issue, Nova helped out a evil space pirate that was capturing Corbins, the race that Beta Ray Bill is also a member of, the clone, the sort of a Thor clone in the Marvel Universe. He has a hammer and everything just like him, but instead of being human, he's an alien, sort of like an alien horse. And Beta Ray Bill asks basically Nova to atone for his sins and help him find this guy and free the fellow Corbinites. We start things off in the dark territories of former Skrull space. Captain's log, a man named Skarn has always blamed me for his bad luck. No amount of reason could cool his hatred, and now he's attacked my ship and left us for dead. He didn't even take anything from us. I'll need a miracle to keep my crew alive. This is the captain. All hands get to escape pods. Emergency, we have a blown bulkhead. All of a sudden, this internal monologue starts going on here. He goes, "That lady must have thought she was about to die. At least, I think it was a lady." And instead of them actually dying, Nova jumps in and saves them. This picture right here is so crisp and so full. So it makes Nova look a little bit more dashing than he really is. Goes swish, and now a little Nova force to plug the hole. And you know, this great moment of heroism by our Sam Alexander from our latest, Nova here. All of a sudden we see Beta Ray Bill pushing the ship out of orbit. Back into orbit. He goes, "Odin, grant me the strength," he tells him. Beta Ray Bill, Thor's brother from another space mother, probably, I guess. And he goes, "I hope I'm not being punked by Thor in one of those horse masks." The crew is saved, Nova tells him. "Let us stabilize her orbit, but we must continue our pursuit without delay. It's my fault that Skarn is free and running wild. Bill's people had been harvested by him for slavery." So we see Nova and Beta Ray Bill basically flying through space, righting wrongs. They're going to go find this guy. And Beta Ray Bill's swishing his hammer around and he tells him, "Sam, you might know more than you think you do. I've never been accused of that before," Nova tells Beta Ray. "Wahoo, I know we're out here on serious business, but there's nothing that's better than rocketing through space." Ha, Bill tells him. "Ha, true. No matter how many times I hurl myself through space, it never grows old. What's space like without a helmet? It's freedom. It's... Of course, this is going to sound crazy, but I think space smells like fireworks," he tells him. "Of course, I usually don't have anyone to talk to, so my mouth is closed. It's amazing to think that dust might provide the building blocks for life on a distant planet someday." Which I don't exactly believe that. I believe everything was created. So we're going to go with that for the sake of this comic, but just know, everybody, the first law of evolution is something cannot come from nothing. Alright. Well, anyway, Beta Ray Bill and him are going through the space, and and the crackle of ozone, he says, smells like fireworks. And Nova tells him, "Thanks for helping me clean up Skarn's mess. No need to thank me. I only hope to prevent more innocents from being ripped away from their homes. Home is everything, Sam. How did you know how to become you? Did you get bitten by a radioactive Asgardian or something? How Stormbreaker came to be is quite a tale, but it's not the story that I think would benefit you at this moment," he tells him. "I was born to a race on the run, our home overrun by enemies. Through science, I was bred to be their champion." Beta Ray Bill was genetically designed to be like the strongest alien ever. I mean, he's just designed to fight fire demons. I mean, even the Asgardians have a hard time with them. Yes, this is the story of how I died. Basically, I was a warrior long before I met Thor and held Mjolnir. And he tells him, on the day we had been boarded, there were too many to confront, and once I had only one option. If I could not expel the horde, I would let the vacuum of space take us all, and it meant certain death for me. I tried to hang on, but the cold had me. It is true that at the end of your life, your life does flash across your eyes. I saw a great bright light and thought I was dead, but then the light snatched my life back. Fate can guide even events and put people where they need to be, Sam. I need that young Nova's help so that I could be there when others needed me. So basically he was saved by Sam's predecessor, Richard Rider. And he tells him, I need that. He tells him, I needed, a Nova's help once, and you remind me of him, basically. I believe the warrior was a Nova from your planet, and a warrior I would fight alongside later, though I was a little too embarrassed to tell him of our first encounter. So he kind of idolized the other Nova. Perhaps the stars have aligned again now, so that I can give back to the Nova Corps. And Sam tells him, the Corps is just me, as far as I know. At the more important to have allies to help shoulder the challenges of your inexperience. Be the uniform on your chest, Sam, and the young man wearing it will catch up. It's this great little, older hero giving the newer hero a little bit of a pep talk. I like that, and I love that saying. I'm going to hold on to this issue and remember that one part. He goes, got it. Hey, what's that up ahead? And it's a gigantic celestial. They're a grand race of super aliens that are just too powerful to even talk about. But yeah, we'll get to them eventually, I'm sure, in the Marvel Universe. This is nowhere. It's that it looks like a head. It's the head of untold eons ago. A celestial was murdered. It is now neutral ground amongst the many star-faring people. It also has its share of scoundrels and mutts, and here it's even a powerful teleporter capable of spanning the cosmos. People live inside a giant head. This situation calls for subterfuge. English dude, he tells him, I'm going to scout around nowhere quietly. Scarn has never seen me. I also want to find an Earthling aboard named Cosmo. If Scarn has been doing business here, he would know. Remain here and be vigilant, lest Scarn's ship gets past me. He goes, fine. Perhaps we'll have the good fortune of to have arrived before Scarn. So he's thinking maybe we got here before him. And basically we find ourselves on on the station. It's a bar scene, and there's all kinds of aliens here. All of a sudden we go to a blank core and goes, I would like one of those mechanical warbringers. And the guy says from across town, ha, you couldn't possibly afford it. You offer slaves commodity stars are teeming with. How do you propose to acquire something as special as a giant warbringer? You have not heard my final offer. He goes, oh. He goes, who am I kidding? I don't have one. He just pulls out a gun and shoots him. And it happens to be Scarn, the evil captain we're looking for. You should have just given me what I wanted. Scarn told him. Murderer! All of a sudden, Bay Bill sees him and just starts going after him with the Stormbringer. He goes, that's close enough, Warbringer, activate. And not a step closer. My ship is cloaked nearby. If you attempt to stop me, I'll have my engineer airlock your people. You're bluffing, Beta Ray Bill tells him. Scarn to engineer. If I'm captured or killed, airlock the Corbinites. Aye, sir. Now, listen carefully. Here's what you're going to do to keep your people alive. Outside, we see Novas come to the Warbringer, and he tells him, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Hey, did you know the head behind me is an old celestial murder victim? Do you live here? Is in nowhere, or do you have tiny people inside driving you? Hey, open hailing frequencies or something. Warbringer online target acquired. And this thing just comes up and smacks the snot out of Sam. And He goes, block? Yeah, you didn't know I could make a shield, did you? What you got? Ugh. Hi, ladies. You're a little young to be in here, kiddo. He basically gets knocked into a prostitute intergalactic thing of prostitutes. The force shield went up over the breach, but I see something else, and all of a sudden this hand comes through and grabs Sam by the waist. Goes, "Run, lady, you're in danger." He goes, "Me? What about you?" She puts on her drink and she goes, "Dag nabbit." And she's so something else, but I'm trying to do better. He goes, "I don't know who or what you are, but you're going to have to do better than this." So Sam uses all of his power and basically breaks the Warbot's hands. And he tells him, what Bill said is true. My life did flash before my eyes. I saw my mom, my sister, my dad, Carrie, even Moffat, and Principal Philbin. And then my life was over. I decided that life that flashed in front of me wasn't nearly long enough. So basically, in one fell swoop, he takes half of this Warbot out. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I love how they drew this part. He tells him, "I'm alive." It was target fleeing. I ain't going anywhere. He tells him. I had charged Skarn's ship with Nova Force. It made me think, what else could I do with it? I tried to turn one of these gross wires hanging out of the Celestial's head and into a noose for the giant robot. I turned on the Nova Force and let it flow through those cables. The result was basically a short circuit of the robot. And that was it. Nova just basically tore this guy apart. Beta Ray Bill comes out later. He goes, "I found Skarn, but we must withdraw. He's demanding that we allow ourselves to be teleported to the other side of the galaxy, or he'll kill more of my people. What do we do?" He says, "I could smite him where he stands, but there are too many variables. Much as I hate, we must do as he insists." "Hey, Bill," Nova tells him, "I have an idea, but you may not like it," he tells him. So Nova and Beta Ray go onto Skarn's ship, and they look like they're complying with the demands. He goes, "Warbringer, reboot, respond." "Daggone, reboot, what am I doing wrong? At least I didn't pay for it," he tells himself. "Ah, you're in league with the young nobleling, huh, Beta Ray? How do you know you'll keep your word and not harm anyone else?" He goes, "It's not profitable to do otherwise. Neither of you are to pursue me. Take heed, boy, or I'll find someone important to you too." And Nova puts his hands up like this, and we'll see. He goes, "The continuum cortex is an amazing apparatus. You can teleport anywhere, including realms inaccessible by normal space." So basically, Skarn teleports them away, or what he thinks he's done. He's teleported them away. He goes, "Good luck to you both. You'll need it." And basically, we see now that this new power I didn't know he had. He's basically creating a replica of himself, and he tells him, "Come on, concentrate." And he's created like a physical replica of himself in there, and turned it into a projection. So it looks like he's being teleported away, but he's actually staying on the ship. And he goes, "Skarn to engineer. I've taken out the station security and sent the Phlox Asgardian Nova far, far away. I'm headed to see if I can access Nowhere's armory. Albert, alert me when you get our guests enter the quadrant. We're on a timetable." "Understood." "Where did he send you, Bill?" He's trying to go through the computers, and like he understands what's going on as a he goes, all of a sudden he hears this voice in his head. "Forget it, kid. That was a one-way trip. Don't worry for Bill. He's a big dog. You are the one in trouble." "Who's there?" "Wait, are you in my head?" "Oh no, psychic attack!" And the guy goes, "Shush, shush, not attacking you. Oh, I need your help." Nova goes, "Where are you? Follow my voice. I am watchdog on Nowhere until the Marauders arrive. Through those doors. This is so weird listening to you in my head. You're leading me the wrong way. The only thing I see in here is an old dog." And that's right, everybody. If you are a fan of any Marvel Comics or the Guardians of the Galaxy up to this point, you'll know that the coolest Guardian is here. Cosmo. The Russian telepathic dog from outer space. He goes, He goes, no, it's me, Cosmo. I am dog. I'm not talking to a dog. No, who else here? He goes, you helped me get home, back from the real animals. Scarn take nowhere. It's very bad. Scarn shoot Cosmo with poison that makes Cosmo weak. Nova still can't get over. He goes, I'm talking to a dog. Don't worry, Cosmo Nova is here to help. Excuse me if Cosmo waits to make comforts to throw. Don't stop scratching. Feels good. And that's where it basically ends. Nova will return in Can We Keep It? That's the new arc. It's called Can We Keep It? Okay, so it's a great little story, really serious all the way through. It has great art. The cover is awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was a serious story that had a little humor at the end. Cosmo shows up, the Russian dog. I hope y'all enjoyed my voice. I just always want to do a Russian accent on something live. Alright guys, well I'm going to give it a 5. The art was amazing. It's got the old school sort of Nova comics. If you ever read one of those, the art was amazing in that too. So I'm going to give it a perfect score. A 5 and a 5. 5 story, 5 art. And there you go guys. That's your Redneck review for Nova number 14 from Robert the Red Prince. Leave us some comments here on Redneck Reviews. Tell us how you liked it. Tell us what you did. Tell us what you didn't. And, if you want to, just leave us some constructive criticism. Talk to you later. This is Robert the Red Prince, and God bless you. Bye-bye.